Hey peeps, we are back. We're talking The Real Housewives of Atlanta, season 15, episode 8. Hey, before we get into the video, please do me the honors of subscribing to my channel, hitting the notification bell so you can always be notified when I post new content, hitting the thumbs up because that does wonders for my channel, and share. Thanks. Well, we find out that Drew has a sister who has been her manager since she was 8 years old. However, her sister has stopped being her manager due to a mental health crisis, which I wish the best to her sister. I think that it was very important for them as a family to allow her sister the time to concentrate on her mental health, and I'm glad that they have allowed her to do that. And so I am wishing nothing but the best for her sister. I also wanted to say that I don't think that there's anything wrong to admitting to needing mental health help. And if you are someone who is listening to this video right now and you need a little help, please don't hesitate to reach out. Reach out to a professional, reach out to friends, to family members. Anyone in this world who loves you definitely wants the best for you, and the best for you is to work on you and to care about your own mental health. We also find out that Ralph has banned Drew's sister from the house. Due to her calling him out for being a manipulative, gaslighting person. And I would like to say justice for Allison, okay? This woman saw him for who the hell he really was, so he decided to ban her from their home. Now listen, I love my sisters. I have never been married, but I will say this on the record. If I ever do get married, which I'm sure that I will, not 1 second will my sisters ever be banned from my home. If this is my home as well, my sisters will always be welcome. My sisters are my heart, and they will never be banned, especially if I know that what they are saying is for my good. They are not trying to hurt me. They are trying to help me. Ralph is 100% a liar, a manipulator, a gaslighter, and just an arrogant prick. And if her sister called it right, I don't see any reason to blackball this woman from that house. I don't think so. Now, what I will say is this. In order to keep my marriage together, if I want to still stay with this jackass, I would just ask my sister to please keep her opinions between the two of us. But, you know, I don't want my husband being affected by it. However, we all know that Ralph is full of crap, and there's no way in hell that I would put up with the bullshit. I'm just saying. Anyway, so we see Sheree. She's having a little Zoom business meeting, and the producers asked her if she by Sheree was making a profit, and she says that it hadn't. I am not surprised or shocked that she has not made a profit. I cannot say 100% facts, but I'll Google it when I edit to be sure. But I've always believed that small businesses do not show profit normally, on average, from anywhere from 2 to 4 years. I don't find it odd at all that she has not, started making a profit yet. It does take time. Now, Sheree wanting to sit down and have a conversation with Candy, I can appreciate that. When they sit down and have this conversation, Candy wants to know why she didn't bring it up at the Gucci event. I personally appreciated the fact that she didn't. I think that it was more of a grown-up move to have a one-on-one conversation to talk about this. However, I'm not really sure why Sheree thought that nobody would be making jokes or laughing about this. The fact that you have been working on this clothing line for over 12 years, and then it just turned out that you purchased items from Shein and other websites and then put your logo on it, that was a bit odd. It was a bit, funny. I mean, it took a long time to come out with this. And you know what? I don't think there's anything wrong with it. Candy said that she had told her to do that years ago. Let me tell you something. If I, for whatever reason, decided that I was going to come out with a Pia Talks clothing line, you best believe I am going the same route. I am going to find someone else who makes these clothes wholesale. I'm going to slap my label on it. Now, Listen, if I'm selling sweatshirts that I bought from this place for $12.95 and then I slapped my Pia Talks logo across the front of it, I'm not going to sell it to my Pia Talks subscribers for, $250. Not if I paid $12.99 for it. If I paid $12.99 for a sweatshirt, threw my label on it, at the most, I'm going to sell it for possibly the $20. I'm not about to rip people off. I mean, seriously, they could buy the shirt for $12 and put their own damn name on it. I'm just saying that She by Sheree stuff has an astronomical markup. A sweatshirt that she could buy for $25, she's selling it to all of us. Well, not me, because I'm not buying that shit. She's selling it to everybody for $250. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. I'm not here for it. So let's get back to them in a little bit. We see Marlo. She's doing some positive Zoom meetings with some of her foster children. And the thing is, this program that Marlo has, her nonprofit agency, I think it is beautiful. I think that this is something that the community needs. I think it's something that these beautiful foster girls need. And I wish this attitude, this display that she puts on with these young ladies was who she was for real. My problem with this is these young ladies look up to Marlo. And when they see her on TV behaving badly, what is she telling them? Is this something that she wants these girls to emulate? Marlo's behavior is deplorable, and it is not a good look when she is working with these young ladies. I think that Marlo sometimes forgets that she has a bigger responsibility now. I think that a lot of times it never crosses her mind that these young ladies are watching. There's more to life than name brand clothes, beautiful hair, and nails. There's a lot more going on in the world that these little girls need. Marlo should start thinking first, what am I representing by this behavior? Not only for the little girls, but for her nephews as well. Listen, Sanya has truly drank the damn Kool-Aid. She's meeting up with Marlo and talking about how truly lovely Marlo is. She's so fabulous. She's a wonderful woman. And the rest of the girls just don't see it. And that they bring it out of Marlo. Okay, so first of all, Sanya, listen, please exit to the left. Okay, as girl, please cut the shit. These ladies have known Marlo for over 12 years. They know her for her works, number one. Number two, they don't bring it out in Marlo. That's who she is. Number three, Marlo as a grown woman in her 40s, she should know how to handle herself. She should know how to act and how to respond. Somebody else's behavior should not cause you on a regular basis to lose your cool. Now, I do realize from time to time, I try to be good. I really do. But from time to time, something somebody does or says will cause me to act out. Okay. But that's my fault. That is my fault because I allowed myself to act out. Marlo allows herself to act ridiculous on a regular basis. Let me tell you something, Sanya. Let me give you a little warning, okay? Marlo has turned on every single woman that tried to offer her friendship at some time. Your time is coming, honey. You want to sit back and co-sign and condone Marlo's craziness? Wait until the craziness unleashes on your ass. You'll be sorry. I'm just saying. Marlo making that comment, talking about Candy's comment, F those flowers, was saying F her nephew and F the nephew's mom. Marlo, please have several seats and shut the hell up. Candy was saying F you and those flowers, you're not going to get them. She has nothing bad to say about your sister or your nephew. You are reaching. I mean, Stretch Armstrong couldn't reach that far. This is a dead storyline. Drop it. Marlo was talking about this date she's got. We don't care. So Candy and Sheree, they go ahead and get together. They meet up. Sheree is upset because Candy talked about her business. She says that she's always been supportive to Candy and Candy's businesses. Candy agrees. She said, I 100% agree that you have always been supportive. Now, Candy bringing up the website. She doesn't believe the website broke down. Now, I'm going to be honest. I don't believe the website went down either. I know some people who have web-based businesses. I also know some people who design websites. And the way her site looked when it went down, they all said that website is not down, because if it was down, you would get a certain kind of error, and we weren't getting that error. We were getting a nice message from Sheree. So I don't believe that that site actually went down. I think Sheree was just not ready. Now, Sheree and Candy went at it pretty good. They were reading each other down to the damn ground. And I have to say, it reminded me of vintage Atlanta Housewives, and I enjoyed it quite a bit. When Sheree said, I brought things at your store and you could only wash them once, Candy said, well, at least you could get them. I busted out laughing. Anyway, Candy had a point. She has owned tags for a very long time, and the things that are sold in tags are not by Candy. These are items that were designed by someone else. So if you have a problem with the items and you know that you could only wash them once, don't buy them. I'm just saying, her business is still open and going. So somebody's down there buying stuff from tags. One thing I would like to say, Candy may have said some things about She by Sheree. It was all in fun shade, in my opinion. She may have said some things, right? But she also promoted She by Sheree. When she finally got everything worked out, it was all over her webpage. Candy does like to support the girls in their businesses. And I don't think that Candy making comments about She by Sheree would ruin Sheree's brand. Sheree does a good job of trying to ruin her own damn brand, but it seems to be going strong right now. The website is still up and running. One thing that I also thought was hilarious is, for the last few seasons, Sheree has been dogging the hell out of Candy in the comments and with Marlo. But you get a little bit upset because she joked a little bit about She by Sheree, and then you kept going on and on about how you don't talk about her business. You may not have talked about her business, but you sure had a lot to say about Drop It with Drew. And not only that, Marlo talked mad crap about She by Sheree, but she's still your number one girl.
She's over there in a fabulous mansion, right? But spring, summer, and fall has come and gone, and I still can't buy a jogger. Okay? Sheree, you've been on the show talking about damn jogger spring, summer, and fall, and I can't buy a jogger today.
Drop It with Drew is a sham. Sham.
See what I mean? Anyway, Sheree did say, I don't come to you for music advice, and I definitely don't come to you for fashion advice. Well, that's true, but if I was somebody like Sheree and I knew that Candy was as good as she is with business, I would definitely go to Candy about fashion business. I mean, why not? She seems to be really good in all the areas that she dips her toe in. So if she couldn't help me with the fashion business, I'm pretty sure she would know somebody she could refer me to. I would definitely trust Candy with my fashion business. Then when she started trying to break down the fashion show, talking about when you go see a fashion show, nobody drops all of their items at the same time. I don't know if I believe that. I have no fashion sense, and nobody ever asked me about fashion, never. And they shouldn't. Normally when people are fashion people and they drop collections, it's the fall collection, it's the spring collection, it's the summer collection, and then they put it up. It's for sale. Because, I don't want to buy, my summer stuff during the spring collection or something unless it's on a discount. But I don't think I believe Sheree that she just drops a little bit here, a little bit there. Yeah, I don't buy it. And I think why she didn't have all that stuff from her fashion show there is because the guy who designed all that stuff came right out and said it. She hadn't paid him, allegedly. It's hard to put fashions out here for sale when you don't pay the actual creator of the fashion. That's just my opinion. I don't know anything about fashion. Now, I do agree with Candy when she says that Sheree cannot blame her for all of this. She didn't put all this stuff out. That designer came out, told us what was going on backstage and that she allegedly didn't pay him. And then a whole bunch of other people started putting out stuff. I'm just saying, everybody laughed a tiny bit. Now, when Candy said she by Shein, I laughed so hard. I said, oh my God. Now listen, I'm not laughing at Shein because I've made a few purchases from there. And let me tell you, I thought I was cute in my outfits. Anyway, gosh, that was rough. They called each other out big time. And I thought it was a very comical, fun scene to watch. You know, these are two grown people, and I appreciate that Candy brought it back to real. And she said, I don't understand why we doing all this arguing and fussing anyway. And she apologizes to Sheree. They make up and go on about their business. But the thing is, I think Sheree also owes Candy an apology. Sheree goes hard against Candy when she is with Marlo and when she is in her confessionals. You owe Candy an apology as well. One thing I thought was funny too is when Candy told her, I told you years ago you should have just got you a line and slapped your label on it, and you said no, you were above that. Now here you are doing that. And she comes back and says, well, everybody does it. Well, if everybody does it, then it's fine, right? I think that there are a lot of people who do it. I'm just not sure that they mark their prices up as high. I mean, dang. Then we see Todd, you know, he's getting his movie straightened out and he's ready to cast. He's thinking about casting Drew as the wife in the movie, and I think that would be good casting. You know, Drew is a real actress. She does have a lot of credits on IMDb, so I think it would be a good thing. However, he wanted to cast Candy as her love interest, and Candy says that she doesn't want to interfere with their friendship. She doesn't think that would be a good idea. Todd comes back and says, if this was a big major picture and they asked you to do it, you would do it. And she said, yeah. I don't think that it's low budget, Todd. I am an actress and I am available. I don't want any love scenes though, because I'm a bit of a prude. But if you have other roles available, I'm available, Todd. I'm just saying. So they go to Drew's video shoot, and I thought it was hilarious because, you know, Kenya says it's low budget. And then Monyetta says, well, she's had a birthday party for her daughter at the skating rink. And I thought, this is giving Potomac parking lot with the girls bringing their cars. It really is. But I don't think we should make fun of Drew. Drew is doing this on her own, just like Candace was at the time. And they were paying for this out of their own pocket. And she's going for it. She's doing her very best. And I've seen the finished product and it looked really great. It looked extremely professional. And so just be there and support Drew. I'm just saying. I did think it was a little funny that Drew really doesn't know how to roller skates. And in the finished video, that man that was in the video holding her up, he was in the finished product too, holding on to her arm while they skate around the skating rink. I said, oh geez, girl, she could have came to the skating rink a couple weeks early and just, you know, practice a little. We did see Allison there with Drew, and I was really happy to see that her and Drew connected. Her and Ralph had a little bit of a connection. The mom was crying. It was really nice to see. However, listen, I think that Allison should stay far away from Ralph because she is dealing with her own situation and she does not need him manipulating her in any way. I am not here for the blackballing of a sister. Never. Now, Marlo goes on this date that we don't care about. And before she gets on this date, she talks to Sanya and finds out that Sanya and the rest of the girls were invited to Drew's video, but she wasn't. So she says, well, I'm gonna call this fake B. Then she gets on the phone and she's like, hey girl, hi beautiful. I said, who's the fake B now? You. Anyway, honey, Drew was anything but fake. Drew said, I'm surprised you're on this phone with me. And then she starts to read Marlo for filth. She lets her know, I'm not here to play these games with you. You are not going to get up in my face screaming and hollering and try to act the fool. Then the next thing you know, you're on this phone with me talking that, hey, beautiful. Drew is not here for it. Marlo couldn't take it. Could not take that Chicago lip. And she hangs up on Drew. Well, after she hangs up on Drew, she then starts to body shame her.
Let me finish, because I don't even like how you're showing up as a friend.
Bitch, get off my phone. She faked the act too much. Hang up on her ass. Bitch, you do too much acting. Bitch, you was around this bitch looking so ugly. Wigs a mess. Your wig buckling up right now on the phone. Bitch, you are built like a whole square. You are bad body. Your man don't even want you. He's too busy looking at these nice, voluptuous, what is it, voluptuous? Voluptuous bodies. Bitch, you are a deranged wannabe actress.
Yeah.
I don't play that. I don't play that. And that is just one of the reasons the rest of the ladies don't mess with Marlo. What I don't appreciate is life is hard as it is. And you don't need people body shaming you. You know what I mean? Marlo has been all over her social media, posting all the little nips and tucks, the little tweaks that she's had done, the injectables, all of that stuff. And I've always said, hey, if all of this work that you've had done makes you feel better, go for it. I believe that every woman should be her best self. Do whatever you need to do to take care of whatever it is you need to take care of, as long as you don't hurt yourself. Clearly, at some point, Marlo wasn't excited about her own self, so she went and got something done, and now she is very proud of what she looks like. And I think that Marlo is a very beautiful woman, but I also think that Drew is a beautiful woman as well, and she doesn't deserve that. I think that Marlo is jealous of Drew for whatever reason. The screaming that her husband doesn't want her, fine, whatever. We know that Ralph is not shit anyway, but Marlo has zero rights to disrespect and talk about this woman the way she did. And the thing is Marlo is going to get in this woman's face, and she's going to be smiled up in this woman's face, calling her beautiful. You just called her beautiful, and then when you hung up, you called her ugly. You talked shit about this woman's shape. You are disgusting to me. I don't appreciate it. No one deserves to be body shamed, man, woman, or child. Stop this foolishness. Everybody went online and got in Candace's butt when she made those comments about Ashley when Ashley was pregnant or about to deliver. Everybody was pissed off when Nene called Kenya what did she call Kenya? A rhino, a hippo, something when Kenya was pregnant. All of that was wrong. Marlo, listen, I'm sick of you. Anyway, grab her, Peach. Get down in the comments, peeps, and let me know what you think. And until next time, bye.